Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny.
JD.
So, the original. Yay! So this is season 1, episode 8, I believe.
Okay.
It's called Bloodletting. Episode 7.
It's still called Bloodletting.
It's called Bloodletting. It's been a while. We just had a little recap.
Thank God.
But obviously, forgive JD if she has forgotten anything. I can only give so much because I don't want to say anything that hasn't happened yet. So I have to be very careful. I can only kind of confirm what you say.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think we got to where we are. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen with Hayley's baby, and the wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything that's going on as well, but that is my most intriguing. That's the storyline that I'm most intrigued about.
Yeah, well, I think we're into season 5 of the Vampire Diaries, and pregnancy isn't something we've had at all, so...
No.
Yeah. Okay. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and remember that over on Patreon you can be watching these as full-length reactions.
Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to Fight Night! The vampire left standing at the end of the night is one step closer to the inner circle than one of these.
It's like Vampire Fight Club.
He's definitely found a way to keep the vampires in line and happy.
Is it to the death or until they tap out? Oh, of course, because they'll come back, won't they? So it's to the death, but then they'll come back. Okay. Oh, damn.
Good evening. I'd like a word. We've come here for the girl. Give her to us, or we kill everyone here.
There's some big balls to go in there.
And make it. Hayley isn't here. And where is she? Seriously?
Oh!
Tyler?
Why is he tying her up?
She betrayed him.
Half-breed piece of shut up.
And he doesn't know she's pregnant.
She got all those hybrids killed.
Yes. Oh,
Klaus is after him. Klaus killed his mum.
Do you know, before we started this episode, I was going to say to you, I wonder if there'll be crossover with Tyler, because Tyler obviously has left the Vampire Diaries. Or he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering if he was going to pop up here. Yeah. Okay. So from Tyler's experience, where was the last time he saw Hayley?
When she told him that it was a lie, and that if he left now, he might escape alive.
Right.
Because she'd betrayed him to unsire all those hybrids, and then have Klaus kill them.
Right.
And then Klaus killed his mum.
Yes.
And he went on the run.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's going to be really hard to talk him down from that.
Yeah.
This crescent birthmark means you come from a big shot family. Some kind of royalty to the werewolves of this region.
So he knows more about her than she does.
That reminds me of the jocks in my high school. We had a pretty high quota of what you call douche nozzles.
Wonder what happened if you saw those guys now. I bet you tear them apart.
I like that becoming a vampire hasn't turned him into a violent,
This vehicle reeks. Tyler Lockwood wants revenge because I went after his girl.
I went after his girl.
That there was this business with his mum.
Do we know that Josh was at the plantation?
Okay. So when he first got turned into a vampire, Klaus compelled him. So he's working for Klaus under Klaus's compulsion. So he's been giving him all the information about Marcel. Against his will, you know.
I can make him forget what Klaus told him. But the more Klaus said, the more it's gonna hurt.
I'll do it. How much pain are we talking?
Poor guy.
Klaus destroyed everything good in my life.
Show me to take away the thing he wants most.
What? Did he just take hybrid baby blood?
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne is a werewolf who died with your blood in his system. Same blood you share with your hybrid baby.
You're trying to turn him into a hybrid. That's impossible.
She's got to remember that Klaus can't make any more hybrids because he needed to give them his blood, kill them, and then give them Elena's blood. And now she's a vampire. So, yeah. So he can't make any more hybrids.
But by injecting hybrid blood and then killing them, that's what it's an experiment to see if it'll work.
I suppose so, yeah.
How can you be so sure Klaus knows what the baby's blood will do?
What do you think? Klaus Michelson? He's got an ulterior motive. You're gonna have to feed on her. Club stuff. A house, trance. You know,
I'm a witch, I'm not Amish. A coven of psycho witches want to sacrifice me in a blood ritual.
Oh.
That's what she needs. A friend.
It'll work.
If Klaus gets a hold of you, if he gets that kid, he wins.
Then help me hide the baby from him.
So is that what the witches are seeing?
Take your
Witches are seeing what?
Him making hybrids.
Yeah.
So, get away from her. You care.
Oh, he's loyal to the baby.
Now get lost.
Dwayne, he's gonna kill me.
Oh, damn. That's what that looked like to me. That looked like he was loyal to the baby. He was going to protect the baby.
Yeah. Think about it. They're loyal to Klaus because his blood created them, so...
There's something you need to know about the baby.
If she tells him when she's only just discovered it, that's really cool of her. Like, because she didn't know that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And you can tell that she's just... And she even referred to it as my baby, which I don't think we've necessarily heard her say up to this point, or to refer to it as like my baby kind of thing. So if she tells him now, like, if Klaus finds this out, this could happen.
It's a level of trust to tell him.
Yeah, but it's also honesty from her.
Yeah.
So she didn't know this, and yeah, it'd just be really interesting.
Yeah.
But also what would be interesting, or maybe what would stop him, which she probably hasn't figured out from that quick interaction, is that it won't do him any good, Klaus making hybrids, because they won't be his hybrids, they'll be the baby's.
Yeah.
The baby will be top dog.
Yeah.
Ooh, so maybe that would turn the baby from being a family member to being a competitor.
It depends which way you look at it. Because on the one hand, yeah, but on the other hand, I can build an army that will protect my child above all else.
But they won't answer to him.
No.
They'll only answer to the
But knowing that the safety.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But on the other hand,
won't help him take over. Get back New Orleans.
A toddler.
Fucking Fucker, kill my daddy.
Yeah. He said no, kill him.
Yes. Not a good idea. True.
It's like Joffrey.
Oh my god.
Klaus. Hello, Tyler. You look well. I aim to change that.
Just shows you the stance. Tyler immediately was ready for a fight, whereas Klaus is so relaxed.
In order to...
Oh.
Come on, mate! Give it a bit more effort.
He's smart. Like running away, not taking on Klaus, yeah.
But smart probably would have been not going there in the first place.
He could care less about the baby. He just wants her to be born so he can use her and make more sired hybrids.
Oh, now it's her. Interesting.
The only thing you can do is kill me, so go on. Go on, get it over with! You want me to end your suffering, don't you? Now go.
and live the rest of your days knowing you are nothing to me.
That the blood of her child could be used to sire hybrids. You intended to use this knowledge to build an army.
And of course you assume it's true. How quickly you assume the worst.
And what was it you once said to me? Every king needs an heir.
My big brother. I'll play the role I've been given. They'll have much to bond over once the hallucinations and dementia set in.
Oh.
Consider that.
So his bite can kill his brother?
Not kill. Do you remember when Rebekah at the party drank? And she still had all the hallucinations, but it did pass.
Okay. So it's just going to give him a shit few hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just found that whole thing fascinating. Do you think he knew?
No, I think they just told him.
Yeah.
Because they also didn't believe it was possible for this baby to even exist.
Yeah.
So therefore, why would he have any preconceived notions about what he could do with it or what it would even turn out to be?
Yeah.
So I don't think he knew. I think they just told him there.
And I think some typical Klaus lashing out. But do you know what? It's hard because I can see the hurt in him at you've all assumed the worst of me.
However, he has no right to for them to believe or assume anything else given his history, his historic behaviour.
Yeah. So when you behave a certain way, people don't expect good from
exactly.
you.
What he could have done in that moment was go with integrity and honesty and authenticity and say, actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like,
but I think...
And you know, what are we going to do? Or I wouldn't think that.
What I see in him is, I thought we were all in this together, but you two are over there discussing it without me, when it's about his child, but he's been letting last.
Yeah.
And then you're throwing accusations at me, so we're not all in it together.
But equally, how could they ever all be in it equally together when Klaus has never been in it together with anyone but himself?
Yeah. But this is the thing with Klaus, isn't it? He wants that loyalty,
but does nothing to earn it.
And then he accuses people for being disloyal when they're not. So they don't trust him. So you can't be loyal without the trust. And it's just that vicious circle.
He doesn't realise that in order to get what you want, you're going to have to stand out on a ledge on your own for a little bit to prove. And he's not willing to do that.
I mean, it's a vicious circle. Yeah. And it's that the boy who cried wolf scenario of...
No pun intended.
When you show yourself as willing to always be out for yourself, people aren't going to assume the best.
Why should they trust you?
But like you said, because of that, obviously there's a lot more involved here, but he's like, I'll play the role I've been given. If you think I'm the bad guy, I'm going to be the bad guy.
He's like a petulant child. No, because the emotional maturity and emotional intelligence it would take for someone to be like, fair enough, I'm going to have to wear this for a little while until I prove, and I'm willing to do that. But no, he can't do that.
But then I also think
his ego is too big.
But there's another layer to this, and he's been making jabs throughout this episode about Elijah and Hayley.
Oh, and he's jealous.
Yeah, as much as he's making jabs as in joking, I think there's very much, as we do see in normal life, another man coming into my child's life. Because I don't think he wants Hayley in a relationship.
No, but he doesn't like it when he's not a first choice.
No, but do you know what I mean? That kind of step parent. When a relationship breaks down and then the parent gets another partner.
But yeah.
And there's that.
I wouldn't necessarily... It is that, but it's not far enough along in this child's life to be that. I think it's still... I want to be chosen first, and yet I've done nothing to deserve being chosen first, but yet I still want to be chosen first. That's what I think it is.
Yeah. But, and again, I think there's also this... I've got this girl pregnant. I am the father. I'm here. You know, they've both turned up. I've gone looking for her. Yeah. I'm trying to protect her, yet you only see him doing it. He gets all the attention for doing it. He gets all the praise, and he's the good brother for doing it. But I'm doing it too.
But also, he got distracted to have a fight with someone rather than looking for the mother of his child. Elijah said, I don't give a fuck about your fight with Tyler. I'm going to find Hayley. If he truly wanted... He's never put someone beyond his own ego or beyond his... Whereas if he found Hayley first, and she was like, oh, Tyler's in this forest, he was like, yeah, I know, I don't give a fuck about Tyler. My beef with him, I care about you. That would have been different. But he didn't. He prioritised his fight with Tyler. So he can't have it both ways. He wants what he wants, but without earning it. Sorry, mate. No. So I don't really feel sorry for him at all.
I do. Because sometimes I think, especially from Elijah, I think Hayley, her experience of Klaus is different. But I think for Elijah, who always goes on and on about Klaus's redemption and wanting to see the best in him, when you have an opportunity to do that, you don't. And I think that's what hurts him. It's not Hayley, it's Elijah.
Yeah. What he could have done was and again, it's not necessarily his duty to teach him how to be a normal fucking adult.
No.
But if he wanted to help him have the opportunity to get redemption, then Elijah could have said, we now both know Tyler's in these woods somewhere. I don't give a fuck about your... But if you really care about Hayley, put your beef with him aside. Let's carry on looking for Hayley. What do you want to do? Like, actually kind of, I don't know, give him the opportunity. Make him realise. You know what I mean? Like, whereas instead... I don't know. We didn't see the interaction where Klaus was like, you carry on looking for Hayley. I'm going to go find Tyler. Like, we didn't see that bit. We didn't see the bit where he and Elijah split in their search for Hayley. So I don't know what that interaction looked like.
We saw Elijah say about finding Hayley and go.
Yeah.
So for all we know, he's followed Tyler's scent because Tyler has Hayley.
True.
But he's found Tyler first.
But either way, he could have said,
But you know what I say, he could have just ended it there.
Yeah, he could have said, have you got Hayley?
Yeah.
No, okay, fine, fuck you. Like, but...
Maybe, something you would like. Maybe, once he sees that Hayley is not with Tyler, he's like, okay... He hasn't got her. She can handle herself against anybody else. She's not a damsel in distress.
That's not the point. It's not the point. She's not a damsel in distress, but it's not about looking at her as if she's a damsel in distress, but it's about looking at her as a teammate, an equal.
Yeah.
And we both in this with our baby. And if that's actually what he prioritised, he would have still said, okay, thanks Tyler, thanks, see you wouldn't be a fuck off, I'll kill you later. And gone and carry on and found Hayley.
But no, when they were talking about what the baby can do, it was my baby, and Elijah saying her baby.
Yeah.
It's still also his baby.
Yeah, for sure.
And I definitely feel like he feels pushed out. And he's doing the typical Klaus thing of, like he said, or if I'm being put in the villain role, then I'm going to be the villain.
I do agree. There's language and there's these little bits where he feels pushed out. But he's not doing anything to demonstrate that he wants to be back in.
Yeah. For me, his face said it all that he didn't know.
Yeah.
And the fact that he asked them why there was a hybrid. Like, he was talking to them, I think, as there's a hybrid, I haven't sired it. He's looking at them for an answer. That Hayley may have witnessed this, like, or, you know.
Yeah.
So to then be accused, I think he's a bit like, hang on, I've come to the team with my information, being like, what's going on? And you already know, and you're accusing me of being in on it.
Yeah, but again, given his history, like, I just think you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
I think if you wish to have respect and trust, you need to lead with it first. Don't get me wrong, I see it from his perspective, but I don't think he has a right to be hurt here, because everything he's done leading up to this moment has not demonstrated that he gives a fuck about any of them. You know?
Okay.
But that's just my opinion on it. But I do see where in his mind this hurts, but that's also in the mind of a narcissist.
Yeah.
Where he is only ever number one.
Oh yeah, well in his head he's never...
So exactly, he's only ever the hero, the victim, he's never to blame, never at fault, never accountable. So we're not dealing with someone who is an irrational mindset to begin with. So...
Marcel wants me to make you forget about me.
Keep your secret. It's kind of nice just talking to someone normal again.
I suppose for them as well, they're still their ages. He's not a 20-year-old who turned into a vampire at 20, but is actually now 100. He's still
he's only
20.
He's new, yeah. It could be like a bestie / sort of big brother vibe there, friendship between the two of them. But he's slightly older.
Yeah,
he said she had no experience of clubbing or anything, so it could be nice for them both.
What is it?
A Bible with a family tree that goes back generations.
Who is Andrea?
I think I am.
You know I'm capable of forgiving those who disappoint me. As soon as they've seen the error of their ways and suffered for them.
he's just his own worst enemy, isn't he?
Even his language.
Yeah.
It's like he's an egomaniac.
I already know about Hayley, the werewolf girl. What else you got?
If I told you that werewolf girl is carrying Klaus's child.
Just when you think Tyler's down and out.
Yeah. It's like everyone's trading information. Do you know what I mean? It's like someone will want this information. So I'll switch
Wasn't it
sides.
like the enemy of my enemy?
Yeah,
my
it's
friend.
Yeah, true. So, oh well.
Yeah, so, I mean, we already discussed at length the Klaus Elijah baby thing. Josh and Davina.
Oh.
So he is now clear of Klaus's compulsion. Nice to see Marcel's take on it, instead of just killing him. I mean, yes, he wants to turn him to use against Klaus, but, like, killing him isn't just what we just do.
Yeah. Which is a very good time to show that example in this episode, because it's the complete opposite of Klaus.
Yeah. Especially because, you know, Josh is new. It's not like he has a long-standing relationship with Josh to be like, I can't kill him because...
Yeah. No, but he has that integrity. He said,
Yeah.
I can't break my own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, you know, everyone wants a gay BFF.
Yeah. And again, another thing power-wise from Davina that we've not seen before.
Yeah, so she can remove compulsions by originals. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, like I said, it was nice to see two people, like I said, they are the ages they are, both lonely, because as we saw, he was struggling to connect with the vampires.
Yeah. But also talking about it, like, I believe that both Davina and Josh were, like, in school, college, clubbing, whatever, and now they're wrapped up in this fucking world where they're like, oh no, actually I'm a witch, and this entire bloodline wants to kill me, and he's like, oh no, there are vampires, and now I'm one of them. Like, their whole sense of normal is gone.
Yeah.
And they didn't have another close young person to kind of talk about that transition and that kind of what the fuck, and just discuss it. So it's nice that they've got each other.
I also felt there was a bit of, you know, when she was asking him about music, that kind of getting back to things outside of being a witch and being a vampire, normal life stuff.
Yeah.
To be able to connect over.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. That was cute. Hayley, or Tyler found out that Hayley's part of a werewolf bloodline. An important one.
Possibly. Interesting. And that family tree book.
Yeah.
But then obviously that begs the question of, like, if that was Hayley's name, what do we know of Hayley? She said she was adopted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they didn't know about her werewolf side until did she, until she turned the first
But
time.
then it obviously begs the question of if she was Abigail or whoever it was listed in that book. Andrea, sorry. Obviously if her family's been run out or died or whatever, did someone smuggle her out so she could live? Or, what's her backstory now about her adoption?
Yeah.
If that's actually who she is listed in that book. Interesting.
And obviously a big thing having Tyler in this episode as a link.
Yes. Literally, I was thinking before it started, I was like, I wonder if there's going to be crossover, because now we know Tyler has left Vampire Diaries.
And it's interesting as well, because when he split up with Caroline, one of the things she said to him, because when he was saying about what Klaus has done, I can't let that go, and she said, for someone who hates Klaus so much, you sound a lot like him.
Well, the interesting thing there is I think that's what someone sounds like if they live in constant hatred.
Yeah.
And that's what Klaus is.
And the fact that Klaus was saying to him, like, I thought I'd created you better than this. Like, I've taught you better.
Yeah, he's such an egomaniac.
To be like me.
Yeah, he's got a god complex. What a dick. So.
And I think it's another example of Klaus enjoying a challenge from someone that he didn't see coming, but isn't actually a threat to him.
Well, also, I'll go further than that and say it's not even him enjoying a challenge. He's enjoying somebody else's suffering. And that's cruel. He's like, actually, no, I'm not going to. Literally, he was about to kill him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, actually, no, I can keep you alive and keep you miserable. He's cruel. He's
almost
a dick.
like, I've realised you've come to me because I'm the only one who can really kill you.
Almost like Tyler was okay with if that was the outcome.
Yeah.
But he took that away from him as well.
But maybe didn't see that coming, that he would keep going and go to Marcel.
Well, what else has Tyler got now? He's like, fine, screw you then. Got to use the cards I've been dealt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair play to Tyler.
Interesting as well that Marcel had gone to the plantation and spoken with Hayley and then left. I mean, I don't think he can enter because they've probably put it in her name.
I wondered that. Yeah. Because I was like, you're a vampire, you can't go in.
So he was clearly left there, but just very much I need to know why this person is important.
Yeah, he was just doing some reconnaissance. But he wasn't going to hurt anyone. Again, that's the difference showing between Marcel and Klaus. Klaus would have gone and not even risked a loose end, and he would have murdered them. Marcel has just genuinely gone and done some recon, and he's kind of like, okay, I should watch this. So... so Rebekah and Marcel. He drew up the blueprints of a house with a wraparound porch.
But this is the thing, do we believe that he genuinely had planned out this future with Rebekah and that he still wants that? Or is it a ploy to get her to turn on Klaus?
At this point, we don't know.
Because the issue I have with both Marcel and Klaus is neither of you seem to have any genuine interest in Rebekah's happiness.
Yeah.
You're both just going on about each other and what she can give you.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, come on, Rebekah, surely you can see this and say, fuck both of you.
Yeah. I mean, she was driving away.
Yeah.
And then got pulled back in because of Hayley. Now she knows Hayley's safe. Fucking leave again.
Yeah.
Leave. Keep the engine running.
Yeah.
Just like, Hayley's okay. Okay, cool, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, just go. She was so close to leaving, you know? We'll see.
Yeah.
But a good episode. I felt like it was a chunky episode. We got lots of answers.
And we saw Elijah questioning himself. I think that's also another difference with Klaus and Elijah. Klaus goes home, gets drunk, and is like, I did what was right because he deserved it. Elijah goes away and he's kind of thinking, was I too harsh?
Yeah. Basically, it's the difference between a narcissistic rant and a rational person's introspection and self-reflection.
But
so different.
On the other hand, is that how Klaus copes with knowing he was in the wrong?
Yeah. But he's not mature enough or emotionally intelligent enough, and his ego is too big to even consider it.
Yeah. Or to admit it publicly.
And so most of it's probably bravado. But I'm sorry that you've got to this big old age, that you've lived this long, and you're still not willing to try and go at it a different way. He's like a petulant child.
Yeah.
He's not as smart as he thinks he is. He is very smart and he's very cunning and manipulative. But he is not emotionally intelligent at all. He's actually pretty emotionally stupid. And that's his downfall. Because his ego is bigger than anything else.
Yeah. And of course the big news from this is that you can make hybrids from the baby.
Damn. But those hybrids will be loyal to the baby. Automatically sired to that baby. Interesting.
Okay.
And now that Marcel knows about that baby, maybe they'll have to do that. But One thing that so again, this is the difference between obviously it's being a TV show. There's no way, I'm sorry, well, unless maybe it shows how tough the baby is already, but he just went in with that injection, with that syringe, was like, can I get some blood? Like, that's shit that you do in a hospital, like you do, you know what I mean? With the baby, the fetus, you'd be so careful, but he was just like, boom.
He said he took her blood, because obviously it's the same blood, it's the same...
Oh, okay, because where he did it in the belly, I wasn't sure if it... Because it was quite high up, it wasn't low enough to be... Okay.
Oh, no, I think he may have gone into the belly. But didn't we see before when she fought off attackers and they said the baby's blood had healed her? So even though she's a werewolf, she's getting that healing from that baby. So him doing that would have healed.
But so that was him taking the baby's blood and not Hayley's blood?
I think he took Hayley's, but he did take it from the stomach. Because...
That's what I couldn't tell. I was like, are you trying to take the blood from the...
Because you wouldn't be able to tell where the baby is unless you really felt around for it.
But also this is the thing, you see, is in a normal gestation period of a pregnancy, she wouldn't be far enough along, but we don't know if this pregnancy is moving faster than normal. We don't know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's too high because it's next to her belly button. You'd have to be at least 20 weeks before it'd be up there. Like,
I just think it's one of those that it's the same blood running through both of them right now. So.
Yeah. Okay, so they're kind of...
But he still took it from the stomach because that's just more dramatic. And probably more clear what he's trying to get than just taking hers.
Right, fair enough.
Because you'll also notice after the guy fed on her, she didn't seem to have any wound. So that was our reaction to the original Season 1, Episode 7, Bloodletting. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.